Welcome back to Tech Pulse. Sony's got the entire creator community talking again, and this time it's about the A7C III, the expected successor to the popular A7C II. Based on patent filings, supply chain chatter, and firmware leaks, this isn't shaping up to be a small refresh. It's looking like a genuinely massive jump. But there's also one real problem that could hold the whole thing back. If Sony leaks like this are your thing, do me a favor and hit like and subscribe before we get into it. It genuinely helps this channel keep tracking cameras like this one. Let's start with the sensor, since that's the real headline here. Reports point to a new 33 to 36 megapixel sensor using backside illuminated design, and more importantly, a partially or fully stacked structure. Stacked sensors read data at much higher speeds than traditional ones, which solves two things video shooters have complained about for years. Rolling shutter distortion during fast movement basically disappears, and high frame rate video no longer needs a heavy crop to work properly. Which leads nicely into the actual bottleneck, heat. A faster sensor needs a next-generation processor to keep up, expected to replace the current Bion's XR chip entirely, but more processing power packed into a small compact body generates real heat, and a compact camera just doesn't have much room for that heat to escape. It's the same challenge you see in ultra-thin laptops that slow down under heavy workloads. Sony is reportedly working on a new hybrid cooling system combining passive and active heat dissipation, and until that's proven reliable, the camera likely can't move into its final compact chassis. That's a big part of why current expectations point toward a late 2026 or even 2027 release, especially since the current A7C II is still selling well and Sony isn't under pressure to rush this out. Now for autofocus, and this is where the combination of new hardware and refined software really shines. Expect a dedicated AI processing chip built for real-time subject recognition, aiming to identify people, animals, birds, vehicles, and more almost instantly, with tracking performance expected to close the gap towards Sony's top-tier professional bodies. In-body stabilization is also getting a serious bump, reportedly up to 7 stops of compensation compared to 5.5 on the current model, which matters a lot if you shoot handheld video without wanting to carry a gimbal everywhere. Here's where things get interesting for video specifically, because the A7C II's biggest complaint has always been that shooting 4K at 60 frames per second meant accepting a heavy crop that ruined wide shots. The A7C III is expected to fix that with uncropped full-frame 4K at 60 frames per second, plus 4K at 120 for slow motion with only a minor crop. On top of that, expect 10-bit 4:2:2 color depth, flat profiles like S-Log3 and Cine Tone, and rumors even point to external RAW video output over HDMI, which would make this small camera a legitimately serious backup option for professional productions. And finally, the physical updates. Dual card slots are finally happening, one CF Express Type A and one standard SD UHS-2, giving working shooters real backup and redundancy. Expect a slightly deeper grip, an extra customizable button on the front, and a small bump in overall weight. A fair trade for better handling and improved internal cooling. Given all these upgrades, pricing is expected to climb too, likely pushing this out of entry-level full-frame territory and into more of a premium tool for serious hybrid creators. So tell me, are you willing to wait potentially into 2027 for this? Or is the current A7C II still the smarter buy for right now? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to Tech Pulse with notifications on so you don't miss it the moment this actually gets confirmed. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.